Welcome to Bleachers and Speakers. I'm your host, June. I got my homie, the future general manager, B. Foster Holmes. As we talk feature player of the week, we're going to continue this off-season vibe. It's that time of season, man. We got free agency starts in a week. We got the draft coming up in April. And the Lions are like a few pieces away from being great. Don't you think, Foss?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
This is a incredible feeling to be a Lions fans through all the rigors. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to let Foster talk about this free agent prospect this time. We've been doing these on the draft prospects, and we do a few on the free agent possibilities and that's out there. So, Foster, without further ado, you go ahead and do your thing, brother.
All right, the feature player free agent that we're going to talk about this week is Stephon Gilmore, who is a corner. He previously played for the Dallas Cowboys, and what I can say about him is that, despite the fact that he is later on in his, it's later on in his career. He's 34 years old.
Mm,
He's still, as far as the way he grades out, he's still a serviceable cornerback. He's a veteran presence. He's a guy that's kind of bounced around, but he's got a decent set of accolades. This is a guy who was a former All-Pro, Super Bowl champion with the New England Patriots, five-time Pro Bowler, and in 2019 he won Defensive Player of the Year. So well celebrated. He's the 33 ranked free agent right now, and he's a guy that, of course, his athletic ability is not where it was when he was 22 years old, but he's still showing that he can be a durable guy and can still mix it up with some of the bigger, more physical guys in the league. And like I said, he still grades out pretty well. Um, he had a career high tackles this year, 68, 54 solo, one forced fumble, two interceptions, and 13 pass deflections. And his overall PFF grade was 74.4. And he's been in the 70s grading wise the last few years. So the consistency is there. He played in all 17 games last year, including a playoff game. So health is not a concern as of right now. Obviously, you never know what the next year is going to bring to you, but as of right now, he's still a durable guy. And the stats that jumped out to me is that his coverage grade when the quarterback had no pressure on him and he was targeted was 87.9, which is very high. Take it from the Lions, who had a lot of non-pressure targets.
yeah.
For him to have a grade of 87.9 is quite impressive. His single coverage grade is 77.7, which is actually above his overall PFF grade. And we like the guys that can mix it up in single coverage. So that was a stat that I liked. And then his grade when the throw was under 3 seconds, meaning there was some pressure or it was a shorter pass, he was at 79. So he grades out very very good. He's still a guy that's going to get you a couple interceptions during the year, and he was a pivotal part of a Dallas Cowboy defense that was that did pretty good. They only gave up 18 and a half points per game. So obviously Duran Bland, who was a much younger a much younger cornerback. He was the guy that kind of took the role of guarding the number one receiver, but Gilmore nonetheless was still a pivotal part of that defense playing as well as it did. And outside of that, Stephon Gilmore is currently on the Lions roster, one of the few cornerbacks that's still on the roster. So not only would he be able to coach up and set a good example for his brother, but everybody else. Cam Sutton is quite a bit younger than Gilmore, so obviously Gilmore can help him out as well. And the reports out of Indianapolis that the Lions are looking to be very aggressive in free agency as far as cornerbacks are concerned, and projected. Gilmore is looking to be asking for somewhere around $8.5 million, probably in a short-term deal, probably a one-year deal, and so it works out well for us in the sense that we're not mortgaging our future with a move like this. This is a win now move. And, if for whatever reason he doesn't work out, we're not so invested that we, are stuck with him long term. So he's got playoff experience. He's won a Super Bowl with the New England Patriots. And I think Detroit would be a great place for him to, just bring that winning culture in, and for him to have another opportunity to win a ring before he calls it quits for the year. But yeah, I think he's a great fit. He's got, just typical measurables as far as the corner is concerned: 6 foot, 190 pounds, not super big, not undersized. And I think the Lions will still, even if I think the Lions will go out and get a couple cornerbacks, honestly, and I think that they will certainly draft one early on as well. So, who is there anybody else that you would rather have mentoring these young cornerbacks other than Stephon Gilmore? I can't think of too many more guys that are Super Bowl champs that are out there and still playing at a decently elite level. So that is Steph Gilmore.
I think you hit the nail on the head when you said it's win now. You don't have to you know hit a home run with a young corner that's going to be a staple in your defensive backfield. You can get someone like Gilmore to groom wherever you plan to draft, whether it's with the 29th pick or later on in the draft where you see a prospect that can learn out of this guy. So I definitely agree, and I like this prospect. Um, as far as a free agent, as long as he doesn't break the bank, he's welcome in Detroit.
Yeah, and his last contract was 2 years, 20 million. After he got traded from the Colts to the Cowboys, um, so yeah, he's going to be in that ballpark. He didn't do anything special this year that would warrant more money than that. So I'm comfy with that. You put him in on the opposite side of Cam Sutton. I think you've already shored up a hole that would have probably put us in the Super Bowl last year. So.
Absolutely. Check us out on Bleachers and Speakers. Subscribe to that YouTube. Subscribe to the Motor City Metrics, and you can check us out on all podcast streaming platforms. Uh, just type in Bleachers and Speakers FFSN, whether you're on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and all that good stuff.